Alright, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to start this lesson off by giving all the praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Rakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Honors to all the brothers who are fervently preaching the word in sincerity and in faith. And Shalom to all the sincere believers. Now, this lesson is going to be based on this bar that burned down on Friday morning. And basically, this is what a lot more people can expect. A lot more people can expect their favorite bar to burn down or to shut down. Their favorite restaurant, their favorite mall, the places that they frequented a lot as a child. Like it says in the headline of this article, it says our go-to spot, places that people grew up going to and hanging out at. What a lot of people don't understand is that America is shutting down. And as America continues to shut down, all these businesses, restaurants, they're going to shut down right along with it. So there's not only going to be a lot of mourning and weeping going on because of all the death, all the destruction, all the many great miseries taking place, but also because the things that people are accustomed to is going away. All the fun is dying, just like America itself is dying. So through the Spirit, I'm going to read this article, get some precepts, and Lord's will, you're edified. It says, our go-to spot, PC students, longtime patrons saddened by loss of Bradley Cafe. It says, a bar that has been serving generations of Providence College students and other patrons has been deemed a total loss after a fire Friday morning. Crews were called to Bradley Cafe on Admiral Street around 9 a.m. and found heavy smoke coming from the building. Chief Derek Silva said a second alarm was called, bringing nearly 50 firefighters to the scene. Says no injuries were reported, but the fire significantly damaged the interior of the building. Located a short distance from the Providence College campus, Bradley Cafe has been serving the community since 1937. Many students and longtime patrons stopped by the scene, shocked to see one of their favorite bars destroyed. Said, I went here after the game on Wednesday, went with my friends, PC student John McGurn told 12 News. Didn't know it was going to be my last time here. Said it was just a very welcoming environment in there, McGurn added. You saw like all the different Providence pictures on the wall, the different autographs. You could tell it meant a lot to Providence and all the schools around here. Grad student Jason Onanian, who lives up the street, said he'd been going there since he was an undergrad, and it's really sad to see it go. Said this is our go-to spot, he said. You'd have to get here early, especially senior year, just because it would fill up so quick, and everyone loved it. It had the best staff and the best cheap drinks. For longtime patrons like Greg Burke, whose father introduced him to Bradley Cafe, it was far more than just a bar. Said it's personally hurtful because I have such special memories being here, Burke said. I asked my wife out for the first time there. My daughter was born about 3 years after that. After I was in the hospital till 10 at night, I came here, had my first beer with a couple friends, and it was just that kind of place. Said this was literally the Cheers of Providence, he added. You went in there and everybody knew your name. Even the firefighters on scene had a connection to Bradley Cafe. Yeah. And that's what the Lord is doing. He's taking all of that away. Like I said, people's favorite bar, people's favorite restaurant, people's favorite mall, people's favorite clothing store, people's favorite church, everything. The Lord is shutting all of it down. Whether it's getting burned down, whether it's getting destroyed by a storm, whether it's shutting down because they're not making enough money, regardless of the reason, everything is falling apart here. And these people are just in a constant state of mourning and weeping. And there is no rebuilding it. There is no bringing it back. Like, it's done. And in the back of their mind, the people understand that. They know there is no coming back. And hypothetically, if they did want to rebuild it, it wouldn't even be the same. It wouldn't look the same. It wouldn't feel the same. And that's how you know that this place is done. Because nobody even is thinking about, rebuilding it. They just threw it up as a loss. And they're going to move on. Psalms 9:16. The Lord Yahweh is known by the judgment which he executeth. The wicked is snared in the work of his own hands. Higgaion Selah. Yeah, and the Lord using that fire to destroy this bar, this beloved bar, that was his judgment. See, when the Lord brings judgment, it doesn't always have to physically affect a person in the sense of like them getting hurt. The Lord can financially hurt you. He can emotionally hurt you. He can mentally hurt you. It's not always physical. And for the owners, it was more of a financial and emotional hit. And for the patrons, it was more of an emotional hit because they had a lot of ties to that place. But like the men of the Lord have been saying, America is shutting down. So we can expect nothing less but for more incidents like this to happen. Isaiah 29:6. Thou shalt be visited of the Lord Yahweh of hosts with thunder, and with earthquake, and great noise, with storm, and tempest, and the flame of devouring fire. And that's what happened. The interior of that bar got destroyed by a fire. There was nothing they could do to stop it. There was nothing they could do to save it. And like I said, we've been seeing this happen a lot lately. A lot of establishments have been either just shutting down because they're not making as much money, or they've been burning down or getting destroyed because of some storm or some tornado or something, depending on where in the country it is. This is what's happening. Just yet another sign of the last days that we're living in. James 4:9. Be afflicted and mourn and weep. Let your laughter be turned to mourning and your joy to heaviness. And that's basically what everybody in that article was saying. That they would go there and everybody knew everybody, and it was just laughs and it was fun, and generation after generation of people would go there, and it was all, everybody was attached to that place. Like the one guy said, after his daughter was born and he spent 10 hours at the hospital, after, He left the hospital. He went to the bar. He was just hanging out with his friends. There's a lot of people have a lot of memories tied to that place, and now it's gone. And instead of them going there and laughing and having fun and being joyful, now they're mourning the loss of their favorite bar. And this is just what it is. This is what these last days are going to look like. Just a lot of mourning and weeping by these people who are still very much attached to this wicked place. See, those of us of the hopeful elect, we don't care. We want the kingdom of heaven. So yeah, we as well have seen different places that we frequented growing up shut down. But we understand that all of that is necessary in order for us to get what we ultimately want, which is the kingdom of heaven. So as far as we're concerned, hey, shut it down, burn it down. We don't care. But for these people, they don't want the kingdom of heaven. This is their paradise. Babylon is their paradise. It's their happy place. They don't want anything else. So them seeing everything that they care about and hold and everything they hold dear just being taken away, it's very hurtful to them. But this is honestly barely scratching the surface of what the Lord is going to do to this place. So if these people are all up in their feelings over their favorite bar shutting or burning down, there's a lot more that the Lord is about to do that's going to hurt these people even worse. But the men of the Lord have been warning people and letting them know that we were going to get here. These times were going to come. But a lot of people, they chose to scoff and scorn and disregard the warnings of the men of the Lord. And now they're experiencing it. Now these people are living what the men of the Lord have been saying. And there is no coming back from this. There is no turning around, turning the clock back, rebuilding everything, quote unquote, making America great again. There is none of that. This place is on its last leg. America is on its last leg. This place is almost out of here. And for all of these wicked people who want to hold on to this place, the Lord is about to put them through a physical, mental, emotional, and financial ringer with all the affliction and many great miseries that He's about to unleash upon them. So with that, I'm going to wrap it up here. In closing, I want to give all the praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim Rakakudash, the Wadi Yahweh, Bahashim Yahweh Shai, for putting the spirit on me to do this lesson. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Honors to other brothers who are still firmly preaching the word in sincerity and in faith. And shalom to other sincere believers. I hope you all stay strong, stay safe, stay fervent, stay circumspect, stay prayed up. Adawan Ratazah. Till next time, shalom.